Mount Teide is one of the most iconic landmarks of the Canary Islands and the centerpiece of Tenerife. Mount Teide, in Spanish Pico del Teide, is a massive stratovolcano located in the center of Tenerife. It's the highest peak in Spain at 3,718 meters above sea level. When measured from its base on the ocean floor, it rises about 7,500 meters, making it the third tallest volcano in the world, after Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa in Hawaii. Since I already climbed both Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa in Hawaii, I was excited to climb Mount Teide to have the big trio under my belt.
On the way to Teide, oh, what a logistical nightmare. I had to get two different permits. One just to climb the last half a kilometer to the peak, and another one to be able to hike another trail, the Montaña Blanca La Rambleta trail. Actual permit is from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. to hike, or 3 to 9, and I started hiking at a little bit earlier, see if they let me through, because my second permit is at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. I actually cannot hike before 6 p.m. to the peak, but probably I'm gonna arrive a little bit earlier and just chill around. But kind of a nightmare to figure out the logistics of this. And another crazy part is the parking, because Montaña Blanca doesn't have really a lot of parking. So I was reading on the net that people don't get parking and you have to park on another lookout. But lucky me, middle of the day, nobody hikes in this heat, so I found parking. Climbing Teide, you actually need some mandatory gear, the website says, like an emergency blanket, headlamp, phone, rain jacket, another long sleeve, long pants. So I have to pack all of that with me, which means I'm not gonna run any of this trail because I have a pretty heavy pack now. I have to take it easy because I have a lot of time. I don't want to wait too much on the top before I actually can hike to the actual top. So yeah, and I'm hoping this guy at the checkpoint is gonna let me through earlier, but who knows. Teide volcano reminds me a combination of Haleakala crater in Maui, Mauna Kea or Mauna Loa in Big Island. It's a volcano, it's a humongous volcano. It's actually a stratovolcano. Humongous, it's an ultra peak within the Canarias, the highest peak in Spain. So it's supposed to be the third highest volcano in the world if we would measure the height of the mountains from underneath the water. First would be Mauna Kea, then Mauna Loa, and then Teide. So yeah, there's a lot of connection with Hawaii here, which I'm super excited. And yes, the trail is kind of the same. Good old, dry, lava trails. And I just saw a trail runner. I don't know how is that he can run. He didn't have any gear, necessary gear they tell you to have on the website. So not sure. I carry all the stuff, crap. It's okay. I'm taking it easier at least. I'm almost like 3 miles in, and it's basically a road, a dirt road. I'm excited to climb some single track hiking trail because for now I couldn't say it's too exciting, but it's a volcano. I like it, I guess. This trail, La Montaña Blanca, La Rambleta, I mean all the way to the peak, is supposed to be around 5.5 miles or something like that, with like 4,500 feet of gain. It's about 9 kilometers with 1,500 meters of elevation gain. I think the elevation gain actually starts now. I can see it's gonna get very steep out here. Very good. Making progress at La Montaña Blanca. There's a little cabin whatever is that. There's a guy who's checking everything. He's checking your permit, takes a picture of it, asks for identification, passport. Yeah, ask about what you have. He looked at my shoes a little bit because I use a normal Sherrod, which a trail running shoe, but kind of looks like road running shoe. So I explained to him that I'm a runner and everything, so he was convinced, I guess. So my permit is only good from 3 p.m. but right now it's only 2. He let me go and he told me if I'm lucky up there I might be able to climb earlier than 6 p.m. So we'll see. So the trail now is single track, and then basically you just go between this very nicely made rock fence. Pretty hard to get lost in here, I guess. I just passed Refugio Alta Vista, which is closed, it looks like. It's too bad, it would be really cool to have a Refugio really up high here. So it took me like an hour and like 50 minutes to get here from the parking, which is a pretty good time, but way too early for my 6 o'clock climb to the peak. I think it gets a little bit more exciting here. The last mile, it looks like we are in rocks, lava rock trail everywhere. Pretty cool. To tell you the truth, you better put your brain together for this one because it can get really boring at some point. I think it's more boring than Mauna Kea, but yeah, still nice. Oh, look at that! I can see Teide. Finally, getting close. All right. A lot of people up here coming up with the cabin thing. I made it to La Rambleta. There is a lot more people here. So everyone comes up with a cabin, it looks like. Whew, it's gonna be a lot of people. Oh, wish me luck. They let me up earlier. Very nicely made for the tourists who was not hikers. That's where the Rambleta comes up. That's where you climb. Oof, I was lucky. These guys let me came in earlier. They told me my permit is only from 6 because they asked me, did you just hike up? I said, yeah, because I thought it's 5 hours to hike up, but I started at 1. So I made it a little bit earlier. Well, basically at 3:30. So yeah, I'm climbing up Teide now. Then I take a break and then I hike out. Yeah, the route is pretty cool. Really. This area is pretty crazy here. You can smell. Whew, strong smell. Look at that sulfur. Wow. The most exciting part, you can use chains if you want. Not that you really need it, but really cool. Pretty amazing views. Top of Pico del Teide, biggest peak, tallest peak in Spain. Humongous volcano, amazing.
La violeta,